Go,
microphone.
yeah, Proverbs 1.
Yeah.
Microphone check.
Give me a second.
That's why I said pull it up.
No, I was there, but I'm just waiting for it.
That was the reasoning for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can turn it on, Darash. And,
Start it now? Yeah, we're on.
yeah, I already put it on. You can hear it?
Yeah, I
All right, cool. We get it started in a quick second. Does it look cool? No, I can't see it.
Yeah, we look good. All right.
Or do I need to bring it closer?
Hold on, whoa. Double chill. I'm here, so. No, we're actually once the garage is I can see. Wait, what's your name? All right, we're good. You can see the sign and everything.
Yeah.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and face the east. All right. Salakia. We're going to face the east. And we're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. To all the Akim out there teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity. To the men, women, and children listening, learning to the Bible, the house of David. All right, this is Men of Valor Las Vegas Camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back. You're the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. Salvation belongeth unto you and you alone. No other nation, all right, has the opportunity, has the blessing to receive salvation, all right? And it is only the elect of the nation of Israel, starting with the 144,000 elect men, all right? Then the multitude of the men, women, and children that believe upon the testimony of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all right? In this day and this time, all right? Hey, salvation is closer than we ever believe, all right? Now in this day and this time, you are seeing and people are starting to understand the wars and rumors of wars. It's no longer a rumor, all right? It's in the forefront. It's being pushed, all right? It's time for you to wake up to the fact that this world is ending and come into the acceptance of its demise, all right? And if you don't, ultimately you're going to perish, all right? Does not matter what you think or what you feel. It's dictated by prophecy, the prophecy of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right?
And you know, just to add to the brother's point, the world ending isn't the earth itself. It's talking about the age. All right, that age. All right, this dynasty, all right, queendom of Babylon the Great, Esau's rulership is coming to an end. All right.
Yep. There's no, the time is expiring. All right. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let these scriptures speak and let Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, magnify and glorify his doctrine. All right. Hey, through us, Lord willing, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai continues to push and give us the strength to push out the word. All right. To be found faithful and true. And that the demise of this place and the downfall of this queendom, all right, vastly and quickly approaches and is chaos and disorder, all right, for its ultimate destruction. So the salvation, all right, and the righteousness of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai can be proclaimed throughout the earth and throughout the universe again. All right, you got it.
Proverbs 1:20.
Yeah.
Okay. This Proverbs 1:20 says, "Wisdom crieth without; she utterly her voice in the streets. She cry in the chief places of conquest, and in the openings of the gates. In the city she utterly her voice, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And you scoffers delight in their scorner, and fools hate knowledge.
Right. How long will you simple ones love simplicity? How long will you think that this place is going to survive? How long will you think that here in America, Babylon the Great is going to give you the opportunity to continue to make it? All right? To make its way. All right? Salaki, I thought it was for you. To make its way. To make its way so you can sit here and be like, oh, everything is going to be okay. We're going to be all right. America's been in this situation before. We'll pull through it. All right? How long are you not going to heed the warning that this place is falling? That everything is gone to shit? Here it is. The dollar is falling. All right? The dollar is becoming even more and more cheaper. All right? Hey, those bonds and stocks and everything have no value.
Yeah, worthless.
Yeah, worthless. The water. That's the word I was looking for.
And that's the cause of inflation. Really, everything you see going on with Iran and in the what they call the Middle East is really West Asia. You know, that's playing into their economic collapse, like shutting down the Strait of Hormuz. Now you're gonna see the rise of oil skyrocket. They was talking about you're gonna see them gas prices from 2022 back, but it's gonna go up from there. But that's gonna play into their alignment of the economic collapse, the downfall of this dollar, because what they're gonna put in that digital dollar, right, and they're gonna use that, all right, to moving forward to implement that CHIP, you know, the MOTB.
Right, and understand that, hey, the economic warfare is still a war in itself. All right, it is a war on all fronts for all people.
Yeah, they got that term that all wars are a banking war.
Yeah, all right. That's just not your capital in your town or city or in your country. That's worldwide. All right. Worldwide global connection with finances, yeah. All right, the stock markets and everything. So if one's affected, they're all affected.
Right. Because who's really running the world is the elites.
Right.
All right, those elite banking families. You know, and they really, you know, every leader is really just a puppet. They gotta answer to somebody. Yep. All right, higher than them.
Yeah. They had a thing that showed the chart of how they do it, like the bell and then the 13 families, and then, you know, your the government, and then they had like your celebrities and all that bullshit, and then they had the puppets of being, you know, hit with the witchcraft.
And you know, you had Elon Musk come out on X. You know, he had posted something recently saying like all politicians is like actors.
Yeah.
You know, pretty much.
Right.
So they just playing a role, you know, for show.
Right. And a matter of fact, hey, don't forget that all these super elites, your so-called dignitaries, all right, hey, to these presidents and these governors and everything, a lot of these people have military power. All right. A lot of these people have the ability to dictate the outcome because they are of that upper echelon. All right, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. All right, these people have the ability and the influence, all right, over the powers that be. Why? Because they're the ones who are bankrolling and backing, all right, and the higher ups. But these are just the images of the faces that they give you. All right? You always see the puppet, you never see the puppeteer. Okay?
You really never see who's really in control of everything. They stay behind the scenes and pit people in front so you can basically think they really in charge, but really they're not in charge. You know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You got the phone?
Yep.
I got it.
Oh. Let him finish that, and then you're free.
Proverbs 1:23 says, "Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you."
Right. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is pouring out his spirit. All right? Hey, so you can take heed, but you don't want to take heed. You want to give your way. You want to live your life after the way of the world and say, oh, it's okay. Why? Because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has given me license to sin. It's all right to live after this way. It's all right to go against the grain in the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. All right? It's all right to think upon the scriptures your own way of your own private interpretation. And it's not all right. All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is against this queendom. This place is falling. It is being dismantled. There is no strength here. All right? It is for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds. Hey, time to wake up. You're not going to be able to continue to live carefree. You are living in sin. All right? You got it.
Real quick, when it say turn ye to, that's speaking to the Israelites. In 2nd Esdras 15 it says, that these prophecies that we're speaking were put into the ears of our people. That's the difference. Really, you have an opportunity to hear, the woes and destruction, and to prepare yourself for the judgment of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Now ultimately he gonna give you the spirit to take heed to it, take heed to the but the prophets were sent for you. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai had the love for his people to send out that warning. All right, and that's what this is about. Giving that warning, and through giving that warning, we could have hopes of being delivered ourselves.
Right. Being delivered ourselves, not delivering ourselves.
Yeah.
But being delivered. All right? This is the hope. All right? You got it, Darash.
All right, this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, starting at verse 4, and it says, "Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith." Verse 5, "Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death."
Right. That's talking about the wicked Esau. Right. So the just gonna live by faith. There's no uprightness in the just being Israel. The one with no uprightness is Esau. All his ways are crooked. All right, and so you're seeing him, go and take places that don't belong to him. He goes and takes everything out of the land, the soil. He's plotting on and that's the example of what he's doing in Israel and in hey, well, you've had examples of that with Venezuela, with all throughout his whole history.
Yeah.
But more so recently, what we're seeing him do, because what he's doing right now in West Asia is part of the greater Israel project.
Right.
Giving and hey, that plays into Trump Gaza.
Yep.
Rebuilding that land. But what did the Lord say? You shall
build, but I shall throw down.
Right. He's not going to allow them to rebuild this place up and not this place. Well, even this place.
Right.
Because they're in a rebuilding process of America. They're trying to rebuild the strength of America again.
Yep. The image of America.
They're pushing that war promotion.
Yep.
I forgot the propaganda.
Yep.
And it ain't gonna work. The Lord, has his eyes set on a sinful kingdom.
Right. Hey, because what did he say? What did Trump recently say? We're going to become a nation again of prayer. All right.
Yeah, he went back to Christianity.
We're going to become a nation that follows God again. We've got so far away.
Yeah, and that's
all right.
And that's why you recently had I forgot what dude said it, but that they was telling the soldiers that
I think it was headset.
They're going to to Armageddon, and Jesus is gonna fight for them. All right. which he not fighting with them. They go into as it says in Revelation, the 17th chapter, these shall wage war with the Lamb. You know, they're really going there to fight Yahushua and the angels, because that's what the main stage of that the valley. They're going to the valley of decision.
Yep.
You know, that's what's really going to take place there in the midst of World War III.
Hey, but no one understanding, that Yahweh Shem Yahushai has already made his decision from the beginning.
Yeah.
He has chosen his house. He has chosen Israel. All right? The so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indian, as well as the speckled bird whose father's line goes back. He has chosen the elect of his nation to bring back his nation through his only begotten son, Yahushai. All right? The deliverer. He delivers. He saves. All right? Yahushai is our Lord and our Savior.
Yeah. He's not going to deliver you. These devils know that.
Yep.
You know, they know that the return of Yahushai is bad for them.
Right, and that's why you also see their pride puffing up. You see them getting a little bit more prideful each and every day, each and every moment. All right, they're starting to show their true colors. They're starting to shine through. All right, even their own women are starting to call them out.
Yeah.
That they are the problem. Okay.
You ain't the big bad red wolf no more.
Did you have more on that?
Yeah. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, from where I left off. And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right. Here's this devil had an opportunity for himself. All right. But he can never be satisfied. He had all the lands in subjection unto him, really. He spread his influence throughout the four corners of the earth. And he couldn't get it right because his spirit is not upright in him. Mm-hmm. All right? Whatever he has done out of deceit, disorder, chaos, lies. All right? Bloodshed.
So it say, he transgressed by wine.
Mm-hmm.
That's that Western philosophy.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
That's how
the philosophy.
Deceived. Hey, that's how the serpent deceived Eve. All right, and then that led to the transgression of Adam, and that's what they're doing today.
Right.
That same wicked spirit is in Esau, and he's telling you lies, dreams, and fairy tales, just like how he's saying that Jesus is gonna come back and save you.
Right.
And no, you're gonna be fighting against Yahushua.
Right.
And so, now and then they put that perception of, that they're the ones doing good. They're the ones fighting for justice.
Right.
They speak smooth as butter, but war is in their heart.
Right. They're fighting for their justice in their eyes.
Yeah.
All right. Not in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because they have set themselves up on the throne as if they are the Most High.
Yeah. That pride, is they're
drunk with delusion.
They started departing. Pride is beginning when one departs from his maker.
God.
So Esau has a lot of pride. It says that in Obadiah.
Yep.
And that's the same reason, why he's always been adverse. All right, he's been adverse to the Most High because he goes off of his own ways, and that trickled down through his philosophy. That trickled down to the wicked of our people, those reprobates that follow after him.
Right. Esau has a doctrine of deceit. All right. Everything that he does is a lie. Everything that he does, from his imagery, all right, through his music, everything that he pushes through his law. He devised mischief by law. All right. He sows hand in hand with deceit. That's all he knows. Okay? Somebody who's at the bottom, all right, who's the base man, the only way that he scratches his way up to the top is through lies and deceit, because he was meant to be lowest man on earth, his nation.
Yeah, he's grimy.
Right. So the only thing he could do is get it out the gutter by staying in the gutter, making the whole world a gutter.
Because the scriptures describe him as a cunning hunter. I'm gonna look up that word real quick. Cunning.
Hey, Esau is the real toxic avenger. All right.
This is oh yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah, this is from Genesis 25 and 27. This is for the word cunning. Just grab a couple. You know, cunning, it says to know, learn to know, to perceive and see, find out and discern, discriminate, all right, distinguish, to know by experience, to recognize, admit, acknowledge, confess, to be considered, to consider, you know, and you know, I could stop right there. To make oneself known, reveal oneself. So they really have the answers, you know. He what does the scripture say? He does a diligent search.
Yep. Hey, that's why he knows who the Israelites are.
Yeah, he's a tactical hunter.
Right. He knows. Hey, he's searched out everything that he could.
Yeah, he say he lie in wait, humble himself.
Right.
He makes himself look docile. As a Revelation describes the beast. You know, lamb speaking.
Yep.
As a dragon.
As a dragon.
You know, a lamb being a docile creature.
But hey, war was in his heart, like the brother said earlier.
And then he turn around and he's two-faced. You know, turn around and tear your ass up.
Right.
Turn into that devouring lion.
Hey, because he, once again, hey, he never, even in his being two-faced, when he crouches down and he humbles himself, it's still a lie. All right.
He not that. Oh, that's the role that they play in this world is a villain victim.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They out there, they out there bombing a whole bunch of people. All their targets is you know, destroying. Yeah, they don't care who they gotta blow up, as you seen them do with that little kids school.
Yeah.
But now the world's seeing it.
But it's also for they do these egregious things also for the reaction. All right. See, the world wasn't reacting fast enough for Esau. Right. Here it is. You had a little bit of sense about you.
Yeah, and then come back and say, "Oh, we're being attacked."
Right.
It's us that's being attacked. We're the world's most hated. Yeah. Everybody's hating you now because that's the spot that you deserve.
Right.
You
That's
know,
your position.
but you hated on everybody else and made them that reproach.
Hey, what is that? That snap eye who said he said that the Christians praise one Jew and suppress all Jews.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's the same one who said they didn't believe in the power too.
Right. But that's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy all of you. All right. He is going to bring you low. Your kingdom is being destroyed in front of your face. All right. You do not have the capability or the authority, hey, to call out Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right, and you believe that you do, because you continue to act as if and set yourself up on the throne. So since you want to beat God, all right, hey, now you got to try to box with God, and your arms are too short to box with God. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, is going to make an example out of you for all nations.
Yeah.
Every single nation will get their fear because of you, more so. All right. Not only what Yahweh Shem Yahushua is correcting and done to his people, if I will do this to my own children, what will I do to you?
Yeah. that's an example, and then the Lord's making an example, but really his return and the destruction he's gonna put on Esau. Hey, it says Babylon's gonna be that sign of, you know, of wickedness,
Yep.
a memorial. All right, just as you have you know, Zion. All right, the smoke from here gonna be burning so long, and it's gonna be known that, hey, that you don't want it, just as Sodom was.
Yep.
Just as Sodom was a token of what happens when that wickedness occurs, it's gonna be the same for Babylon the Great.
When he said they're gonna well when they see it in smokes, you know, all the people are gonna well. Like,
Right.
damn, our businesses, everything we had there is gone.
Everything that we thought that we could do or that we would do was in the melting pot of nations. Because that's what America is. It is the melting pot of nations. It is where everybody comes to, hey, trot down the Israelites, abuse and use them, as well as to make their merchandise and make their houses great,
And run back to their home.
right? And then run back to their homes, all right? America is a cesspool of wickedness, all right? Hey, it is a shithole that we have to deal with. This is the land of our captivity. And here it is, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is giving you fair warning. Israel, Yasharallah, all right? The Lord's house, all right? He is giving warning to all, okay? But if you receive not the message, if you are not coming to the wedding, all right, that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai has prepared, if you're not taking the invitation that he's putting out, well, then you stay in this bitch, all right? And you die with this bitch.
Okay, I got a pre on what I was talking about, and it says 2 Peter 2:6 says, and turning the cities. Actually, I'm gonna start at 4. It says, for if the Most High spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment.
Right, us being those angels.
Right.
Us being those managers.
Yeah,
I said managers.
Go ahead.
Us being those messengers.
Yeah.
All right? Hey, being able to receive the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is a blessing, but being that we didn't take heed, we were cast down into these chains of darkness, these vile bodies.
Nephilim,
Right.
know, the Napoleon, the fallen, fallen from that first estate.
Right.
Okay.
The gloriness of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That's our first estate. To praise Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, to receive all good things, all right? To dwell and be with him.
And then we're playing out
Once
that
again.
judgment in the sons.
Yep.
It's like you wanted to say something.
I was just saying, once again,
Yeah.
if we're those first fruits, you know, once
Yeah.
again.
So the where it say, the scriptures say that the judgment is under the place of the sun. All right. You live also in 2nd Esdras, the 14th chapter. All right. When you get your judgment and you live out the sentence in your next life.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sometimes you get it in that life. All right? Sometimes you can get judgment in that life, but now more than ever, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is giving judgment expediently.
Well, according to 2nd Esdras 14 and 35, just somebody pull that up.
Which one is it? Second
2nd Esdras 14, 35. Yeah, then you shall live again.
Yeah.
And
I got you. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 14, verse 35, and it says, for after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again, and then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Right, because that's going to be the lot that you come back in and play that role out. See, when you die, your spirit, you go in front of the throne of the Most High.
Yep.
Right? So then you shall live again, and we're in as it says, in Revelation, what's that, 22? That we're back in the lot, let the filthy be filthy, the righteous be righteous. All right, that's why you see people come back with deformities, or they experience a tragic, death, because they did something wicked in their past life, and they had to get that judgment, whether it was from 2 lives ago or the last one.
Yep.
That scripture talking about Revelation 22. I got it right here.
Yeah, you can bring it out.
This is Revelation chapter 22, verse 11. It says, "He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still."
Right. Hey, born into your lot. All right. Hey, born into the lot, whether you were wicked, whether you were good, Yahweh Shem Yahushai plays it out. But judgment is going to be pushed out. Like the scripture says, it is expedient. All right? In this day and this time, judgment is expedient. And that's what I was trying to say. But the brother pulled the point, right? In this day, this time, judgment is expedient. In times past, you had time.
Yeah.
Now there's no more time. Okay? So now Yahweh Shem Yahushai is speeding up his judgment for the things you did today and the things you did yesterday.
Yeah, it gotta be, because that's part of that refinement. Now when you go off, hey, he gotta bring you back, because everybody gotta we'll say that
Everybody appears before the judgment seat.
Yeah, but pretty much those that they going those in the past. Let me bring this out, because let me finish what I was reading. It's gonna damn near say it. This is 2 Peter 2:6 or 2:5. It says, "And spared not the old world, but saved Noah with the 8th person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly." So those ungodly spirits back then, they're gonna be back now to experience the lake of fire. And that's pretty much what I was getting at. And then I was thinking of Ecclesiastes 8:11. Because hey, some people not seeing judgment until this final judgment.
Right.
Because the Lord has casted them off. He casted off the wicked of our people, and put them in the lot of the heathen. And it says that judgment it may not be expedient, but it's gonna come to pass. All right. So hey, Esau ain't got what he got coming to him yet. But when it passes, it's gonna pass, and it's gonna be a harsh. It's gonna be a sight to see.
Right, because ultimately, like the brother was saying, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushai will run that tab for a while.
Yeah.
All right, and that tab running on Esau Edom, hey, is almost up.
And he just building a case. Nahum, he said he will not acquit the wicked.
Somebody say Nahum?
No, Nahum. This is this is we ain't talking about him. But yeah, he got his tab running. Verse 6 says, "And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly." So that same the spirit is here in Babylon the Great, and that's an example. That fire was an example of the fire that's coming.
Hey, because in real time, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is making these scriptures fly off the page. All right, so not only is it lining up with history, all right, biblical prophecy is dictating across the board. You can look in the past to see the future. All right, and that's what these scripts do. They give us the ability to see the future. All right, through the will and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. If you have eyes to see and ears to hear.
That's also knowing the reincarnation and how things play out. It's not going to happen exactly the same, like how Yahushua prophesied that, hey, Sodom and Gomorrah are gonna be much more tolerable.
Right.
But here it was talking about that they're gonna get that same, that was an
The same
example.
fire.
So that's like the same thing that you're gonna go through, but how Shai put it is that you rather
Be
be there. But guess what? Those same people are gonna be here.
Yep.
You know, for the most part, those same spirits are here, getting, you know, prepared
For their judgment.
you know, being that sacrifice to prepare. How they're preparing for their sacrifice is still committing all this abominable bullshit that they're doing. You know, they still taking part in this devil's, you know, philosophies, you know, and idol worship.
There's pleasures.
Yep. Just as they was living pleasurable and, you know,
Sodom and Gomorrah.
messing with you know, bestiality, you know, homosexuality, this and that,
Idols and
drinking,
everything.
you know, still drinking blood, eating, you know, swine.
Yep. Hey, that given unto that license to sin. All right. You got it.
This is Matthew 24 and 22. It says, and expect these days shortened be shortened.
Read that again from the top.
This is Matthew 24 and 22 says, and expect these days should be shortened. Yes.
Thought you had an 18.
Yeah.
Sound like you said expect.
I'll do it again.
Probably
Matthew
that.
24 and 22.
Like,
Except, yeah. And except these days should be shortened. I probably did say that. It's the water. There should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days should be shortened.
right. Except these days be shortened. So that goes that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is speeding up the days, speeding up the time, therefore speeding up judgment. All right? You are judged by every account. All right? With Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, whether it be past, all right, or whether it be present. All right? In the moment, it might be the future. From 5 minutes from now, 10 minutes from now, you are judged for all these things. This is the day and the time where you are getting judged for all these things. All right? Then ultimately to come back and to be a two-time loser, to come and be brought back for the lake of fire, for the ultimate judgment. All right? Nobody is going to escape. We are in moments of the last days. Moments of the last day, not days. Days have passed. Last day we are in. Okay? You had a pretty select. Are you getting the comment board?
Yeah, the comment board, I can get the
Yeah,
I got it pretty real quick.
God, let him pull this off the comment board. You can go and then he'll pull this board.
This is K Yashriella 144. Shalom Yabashim Shabbatah. I don't know. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. You know, he is old English. I can't read.
Darash, pull up Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
Yeah, that one. And then
All right.
second edge is 9 and 11.
Yeah, you get 9 and 11. He'll pull 8 and 11.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11, and it says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Right, because execution is not expedient. They think they got away. All right? But now Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is turning it back around. You are starting to see more judgment go out. What is that? That lady, she was was it North Carolina? Oh no, I think that's two stories. Huh? No, it was the lady for I think it was in North Carolina, but it was basically like a post office worker, right? She said to this man that his package smells like Mary Jane, all right, and she's not going to deliver the package to him. He has to come up to the post office. He comes back, right? Even though that dude was doing wicked, you know what I mean? He comes back, and mows her down, and just shot 17 times. All right, through the van. Yeah.
Oh,
No, through the
Literal son.
yeah, through the delivery truck.
yeah.
Right? Like that. And we understand it's for her past judgments that she was judged, but yet, hey, she got intertwined in something that she had no business in. Deliver the package or deliver the note and get the hell on. All right? She did it because of her pride. All right? She was like, no, this smells funny. I'm going to make you go into the office and get it. All right?
Wallace victory.
Hey. Yeah.
This is 2 Ezra 9 and verse 11. It says, and they that have lofty my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place
Low.
of
That was like
low,
Low.
the water.
Yeah, started.
2 Ezra 9 and 11 says, and they that have loved my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it, the same must know it after death by pain.
Right, because you took not heed to the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. For the men that he has sent out unto you, Israel. All right, Yasharallah. You are supposed to take heed to the warning that is given. But because you were like, I got time. That's a fairy tale. You know, I'm going to believe on this fable over here because why? This indoctrination is beneficial to me. And it's so crazy because people know they've been indoctrinated, but yet they don't turn away from the lie.
Talk to me smooth things.
Right.
And that law that they loathe, you know, that really go back to Yahweh Shai.
Mm-hmm.
We would say in Genesis, the 49th chapter, that, behold, I give you a lawgiver, you know, his name Shiloh. You know, but you know, you go to the law, that you know, kind of goes into the book. All right, because before, like, you know, if you was in the time of Moses, you had the laws, you know, but then the book, you know, the Old Testament, you know, had the book of the laws. What did the prophets of the Old Testament? They were referring to the law.
Yep.
All right, and then the word, you know, that is like the origin of the word, which is Yahushua.
Yep.
You know. When they refer to the law in the New Testament, they referring to the Old Testament.
Yeah. Hey, because what law is there
The
to
scriptures.
live by? But the law of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
So then that despise the law, they despise Yahushua.
Know that they hated me before they hated you.
Yeah, they hate the Father.
Yep.
Which ultimately they hate the spirit of righteousness. You know, that's why they gonna get done away, because what we entering into, say, the same shall know it.
Right.
Just as the when Moses brought you know, melted that calf and poured it down,
Yep.
the wicked, you know,
Yep.
the ones that was following after the mixed multitude,
Yep. Drink.
you know, the Egyptians that were in the congregation and shit. Hey, they had to get you know, they judged me, but guess what? You had to come back and still learning.
Right.
This is the same thing that's gonna happen. You gonna get your judgment, and then when you get born through the, you know, when those nutsack Israelites come back, you know, you gonna learn it.
Yep.
You're gonna be that much better too. You know, it's gonna be beautiful, but damn.
Yeah.
Like, what don't you really get? Even though we know that they ain't gonna get it, like, how could you not want that?
Right.
Like, it's crazy that that's how
Gone.
yeah, how far gone, but that's the delusional mindset that you actually have.
Yep. You got it, Darash.
This is going back to Habakkuk chapter 2. It's going to be verse 6, and it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Yeah, hey, you know, that thick clay, you know, going into that debt, That's Esau in big debt.
Yeah.
Right? But now these. Oh wait. And pretty much all that's gonna get himself in trouble. You know, as you see, like even the countries that were in debt to him. You know, speaking of Spain and Italy, now they talking like we ain't messing with you.
Right.
We
there ain't nothing
don't want shit to do with what you got going on out there.
There ain't nothing we got in common.
And they shall hate the whore. You know?
And there's I was watching a thing from Dave Hodges in the Common Sense show. He said the EU is strongly considering removing America from NATO.
Yeah. This is 10 toes.
Yeah.
So that right there should be a clear indicator.
That's fulfilling prophecy, yeah.
Hey, that statue is not looking so strong. All right. Hey, this is a queendom mixed with clay and iron.
Mary clay and iron.
Right. Hey, it shows itself to be strong. All right, but it's really fragile and weak. Okay. It is no different than a mixed garment.
Yeah, and all, you know,
It's filthy.
America's strength is based off of debt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they get you, you know, in debt, and now, you know, you're just working to pay them off.
Right, because this is a society of debt, like the brother just said, and what this devil has done, he has been able, these other people have been able to accept and buy America's debt.
Yeah, so
to make themselves wealthy.
Yep.
All right, but now they bought all that debt, but now the bill has to be paid. When the bill is paid, they have to suffer this loss.
Yeah,
all right,
33
trillion. Right? Hey, this is not financial
and counting.
information. I am not an accountant. All right, please check.
We ain't giving no advice.
Right. Please check. Give your information to your accountant. But we are given the scriptures of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai advising our people and our nation, not to put your stock in Babylon the Great, in this world. All right?
Put that stock in that investment in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai.
Right. Lay your treasures in heaven.
Yeah.
You have investments.
Right? No. In the worldly sense, can you have investments in financial? Yeah. Hey, use the world, don't abuse it. All right?
But they trying to stay here, though.
But it's just temporary.
But it's just temporary. All right?
Yeah.
Don't put all your heart into this place and think that it's going to continue another 70 years, 50 years.
Yeah.
All right?
No, this
10 years.
This war gonna end is the end of everything.
Right.
You know, that we just entered into. So
Shit, 5 years.
So this war is the end of the beginning of the end. For real.
This
Right.
is
Because prophecy dictates that this is the beginning of the end.
And then we just waiting on the MOTB is going, when they start pushing that, it's gonna be, you know, even closer.
Right. Like these two turds, want to celebrate and start dancing and be happy about it and everything. This is when you're going to see the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai be happy and be fearful all at the same time. All right? Because now that this moment, that final hour will be upon us. All right? That final hour when the MOTB is pushed out and made mandatory is then in that time, the final hour. All right?
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 7. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them?
Mm-hmm. That booty goes back into what? Goes back, what the pirates say? Give me my booty.
Yeah, spoiled.
My spoil.
Spoiled.
My treasure.
All right, riches.
Verse 8, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all of that dwell therein.
Right, for everything that you have done unto the people of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai first and foremost. All right? which you have done unto his image, his name, first and foremost. Right? After those things, then what you have done to his earth. Then what you have done to the other nations. You gave the other nations the ability to go against Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua even more so as well.
Yeah, but and you did the same, the same bullshit, to them.
Right. But they were making a little bit of change off of it, and they said, okay, we'll go along with it. We'll do those things, and it'll be okay, because we're going to be better than somebody. As long as we're better than somebody, as long as we're better than them, right? Can we whip them too? Can we trot them underfoot as well? We can use them and abuse them too? Oh yeah. Well, as long as we ain't got to be at the bottom.
It's that what? That's Psalm 83, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Keeping that energy. Keep that same energy. And these being on one accord, you've kept that same energy through all this time.
Knowing who we were.
Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua said, I was but a little displeased with the heat. Right? But here it comes, and it's coming out that you motherfuckers knew. You knew who we were. You know whose we were. All right? But you said nothing. And being that you said nothing, you will receive what? Everything. Everything in righteousness.
Yeah.
You will receive your recompense. All right? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to make sure it is 100-fold given back unto you. But it's going to be in righteousness.
That
Did you
revelation.
have
Yeah, he's holding a couple of things. But you wait. You wait.
That's
Hey,
that
you-
Revelations, man.
yeah, you
That
could-
13 and 9.
You're going to be, your sons are going to be eunuchs.
Yeah.
Your daughters are going to be handmaids.
If this brother could read down to like 16.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he can hold
Because
it.
mine's is it's just one.
Yeah.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 9, and it says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil.
But this is him. He set his nest up on high. Esau Edom's pride is so high and his nest is so high. It's in the heavens. All right? Hey, his space stations and everything, he dwells on high. He's high-minded. All right?
And he believes that his blood money is going to be his security.
He believes that his own blood is his security. All right? He believes that he has the blood, sweat, and tears of this nation that he didn't even build or pay for. That he got by deceit, rape, robbery, and murder. All right? Fuck it. Let it all go. I'll do what I want. It's mine. It belongs to me. That's the same thing that he's doing over in Venezuela. That's the same thing that he's going to try to do over in Cuba. That's the same thing that he let happen in Puerto Rico. That's the same thing that they're doing over in Gaza. That's the same thing they did in Iran. All right? It's the same thing they did in Iraq.
Same MO, nothing changed.
Nothing changes with this devil.
Yeah.
All right?
The only difference is now, the Lord, starting with the prophets, is pointing you out.
Right. He has better weaponry too. Your weaponry has got a little bit better. They just did a test of their hypersonic. All right, here in area, I believe it was like the report that I seen, like Area 52.
But it's Nevada.
Yeah, it's in Nevada.
State test.
All right. Hey, to be able to test what their might is. All right, this devil relies on his technology. It is part of his blessing. All right, that sword may continue to go out. You got it.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 10. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. Verse 11, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer it. In verse 12 it says, woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establish a city by iniquity.
And that's why you're seeing that destruction out in that land right now. That beam crying out, and that's just symbolic of that destruction going on in that land. You know, you go look up those videos of those missiles hitting, you know, and that goes into Isaiah the 34th chapter. You know, that goes into, you know, these prophetic chapters of how, you know, that land area is being destroyed. He said he will send you know, a curse. Let me just grab it real quick.
Hey, while the brother's grabbing it, go ahead, Darash. You got something?
You know, like you were saying earlier, you know, it goes all back to, you know, Esau playing the villain first, and then he turns on and plays the victim.
Right. And then he turns around and plays the victim, then he plays the villain.
Yep. He's back and forth.
And then he wants to be the hero. Right? Hey, this devil has no remorse. Right? Ultimately, this whole world has been built off of bloodshed. All right? Unrighteous bloodshed in all these lands. Why? Because Israel has been scattered as the sand of the sea. That's why Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has a controversy with all nations.
So, you know, say that remember the blood is, you know, it got to be, you know, can only be healed through blood.
Yep.
You know.
Only be redeemed by the one that shed it.
Yep.
All right. And who has shed the blood of the children of Israel? Chiefly Esau, Edom, but all you nations. All right. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Hey, this is why that place of judgment, Yahweh Shaphat, is coming. This is why World War III is happening. He didn't just say, I'm just only going to gather these people right here. He said, I'm going to gather everybody.
Everybody.
Because everybody's guilty. Every nation's guilty for taking part of mine, taking part and taking from my heritage, my nation.
Touching the apple of his eye.
Right, touching the apple of my eye.
No,
You have not the capability and you have not the ability for exemption. All right? Roughly paraphrasing scripture, hey, how can you recompense me? All right? You can't pay Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai back. Right? Even your service and servitude in 1,000 years captivity is not going to pay Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai back. That's just satisfactory. All right?
I'm gonna grab these two precepts real quick. This is Numbers 35 and 33. It says, so ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Defile not, therefore, the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, Yahweh, dwell among the children of Israel. So then,
how much should it? Hey, it said it clear.
So what? You went and took over that place, all right? Inserted yourself there as the people. Isaiah 34 and 5. It says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment."
Right. And the people of his curse are who? Esau, Edom.
You know?
All right?
And it say the cup shall pass.
Yep. Just took that out of my mouth.
Pass through Edom, man.
Yep.
This is
and you shall drink the dross.
Yeah.
Hey, all of it. The whole cup. It's like you drinking a tonic, all right? A tincture, all right? You have to drink everything. Everything, every drop.
We'll probably video, shooting a video of himself, getting some footage.
That's crazy.
Ripping the streets.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber.
Oh, you seen him before?
Yeah, he's a hyper scooter YouTuber.
That shit go like 60 miles per hour.
60, 70 miles.
Verse 6 says, the sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and the fat of kidneys and rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. So that's pertaining to Esau, Edom.
Right.
You know? gonna be here in Babylon the Great too, you know, but also in that land over there, because they the inhabitants right now.
Yep.
And that land has to be cleansed before we could go back there. All right, that's gonna be the first process, as it says in Ezekiel. You know how we gonna have them in continual employment. That employment is cleaning up, you know, this destruction. All right.
You got one more on that, right?
Nah, I'm gonna leave it there. But yeah, this brother wanna go back.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 13. It says, Behold, is it not of Yahweh of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity? 14. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of Yahweh, as the waters covered the sea.
Right, and this is, the knowledge is going out. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai has his prophets on the scene. All right? It first started with Abba Bivens. All right, and the men that were under him, to our head apostle now, Apostle Tahar. All right, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Rakah, making, and elders and the bishops. All right? Making this plain upon tables. All right? That the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is known and being able to be pushed to the forefront. Okay? Through the this unicorn, the internet.
Yeah, knowledge, you know, also going into prophecy. Prophecy filling the world.
Yeah.
You know.
How you doing?
Good. Yeah, so prophecy is filling, you know, the entire world, you know, which is being made known, you know, what the Lord about to do. Everybody got that spirit that this shit ain't right.
Right.
This world ain't right. The people in charge ain't right.
Something's going on.
You know.
Hey.
Something's coming.
Yeah. Now the Epstein files are not really so big. Right? But that's also for a distraction. Hey, you got to look at the whole picture.
They're going to bring it back.
All right? The whole picture of this thing is you're going to find out exactly what's in there. Some people have already seen who's in there, exactly what's in there.
Probably things they didn't want to see.
Yeah, but how much more in the time of this devil being fully exposed and his nakedness being shown?
Yeah, but you had this actress come out and say that, you know, Kim, Kardashian was, you know, doing some crazy shit with some babies and everything, you know.
They all were.
Hey,
A lot of the celebrities.
But that's
were.
just, you know.
We don't put it past them. All right, this is it's all witches and warlocks.
Yep.
All right, here it is. You believe just Halloween that there's just images of witches and warlocks, right? No, this, all right, these people, serve demonic entities.
That go back to in Egypt. Was that Egypt?
James and
Jambres.
Jambres.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, this is their sorcery. Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, "Stand with thy enchantments."
But the Chaldeans, you know.
Yep. Hey,
That's it too.
the enchantments of this world that they have cast upon the people. What they thought and the power that they hold on the left-hand side, praising and giving honor to those things that aren't honorable. All right? Believing in self, that you can exalt yourself to the position that you want to be. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right? You got it, Darash.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 15. It says, Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also.
Right, and Salakia, drunk, not just drunk with physical wine, all right, but it's really talking about philosophy. It's talking about the way of sin, all right? You've made all the people, but it's not about all people. It's about Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's people, first and foremost. You have made the Israelites drunk with the wine of Babylon, this Babylonian juice, all right? this false doctrine, this false Christianity, all right? You would have been blessed if you would have, blessed Israel.
Yeah, they said,
all right?
Those who are blessed Israel and curses those who curse
Right.
Israel.
Genesis 27. All right? The blessing, you could have received a blessing. Ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahushai already made it where you were denied. Okay? But blessed are those who bless Israel. Your blessing would have, you would have had a better opportunity, a better chance. All right? But since you turned away and slapped away the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he is going to slap you away. All right? Put you in your rightful and return you to your rightful position. Because you are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
And it says, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Verse 16.
Right, look on the nakedness, the shame. All right? You're like, oh, yeah. See, yeah. See, oh, wait, they're fucked up. They're shamed. All that shame that's upon them, oh, shit, we did that. No, we didn't do that. We gave them incentives. Right? Gave you incentive for your fathers to leave the house. Gave you incentive for your daughters, to be boss bitches. We gave liberty in social media. All right? We made equal rights. All right? Everybody's equal. And then you go and tell a lie that not only everybody's equal in this world, but then you tell a further lie saying everybody's equal in the eyes of the Lord. Saying that one sin is greater than another. No, sin is sin. All right? It doesn't matter what you sin in. If you sin, you are in transgression of the law. Being in transgression of the law, whatever law that you're in transgression of, the punishment lies therefore. Some unto death, some just beaten with stripes. But nevertheless, it is still the transgression of the law. And this is what you have given unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's people.
Death is attracted to sin.
Right.
You know, it loves it. That means you love death, motherfucker.
Right. All that hate me love death. Proverbs 8:37. All right.
36.
36. The water. 36.
Yeah. This is Habakkuk 2:16, and it says, "Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory."
Mm-hmm.
Now you start out, all right, by the whole world seeing you as the devil you are, and that's why they running. That's why you got, they vagabonds, man.
Right.
They're not wanted nowhere. All right, they're the problem. Now the world finally waking up and realizing it. Oh shit, this man ain't right.
It's his whole time.
He got to get out of here. And it starts with their queendom, which the whore Babylon the Great.
Mm-hmm.
Which this is the height of their,
This
of their dynasty. The height of their empire.
Hey, this is their golden calf.
Yeah, this is the golden city.
Right.
How has the golden city ceased?
Yeah. This was the golden ticket. All right.
So this is like the what they idolize, or,
Mm-hmm.
what they push.
And hey, as you see, especially over in Western Asia, right? What do they say? Hey, that's not a way to live. That's not. Hey, that place is. We might go over there. We might do business over there, but
Y'all sick.
yeah, we'll send our sons over there. We don't want to send our daughters. All right.
Like that one from Arrows of Indignation, that one video where that U.S. Marine was standing in that court saying that, we will not fight this war for Israel. He says, we will not send our sons nor our daughters to fight for Israel. And he himself was of the wicked seed. So it's like, Esau getting tired of Esau.
Right. That's a house divided.
Yep.
Right? A house divided cannot stand. Why? Because the lies and the deceits from the higher ups that have been told and the enchantments that have been casted are no longer taking the effect on the people. They can't even fool the lower, lesser luminaries of their nation, right? They are now saying, wait a minute. You knew this the whole time and we didn't get to receive the benefits that you received at least? At least? This is okay? No, this ain't okay. Then on top of it, you want to send my sons and my daughters?
Yep. So the Esau, you know, the Lord gonna have them in slippery places. You know, Jesus say in Job he gonna be in straits.
Yep. Hey, Yahweh Shai said, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. All right? You are going to have that infighting first. You're seeing it now. All right? That turmoil is starting to come to a head.
Even Mega ain't happy with you.
Right.
Oh yeah, you just had that damn. I forgot. I think he was a Republican. I can't remember his name, but pretty much say that hey, Trump, hey, I'm not down with Trump no more.
Right.
There's a lady that used to work for him too, the Congress lady.
He turned on that.
Right, because here it is. Hey, your nakedness is continued to be shown. Now everybody sees you. Everybody's pointing you out. Look, it's him. Hey, now that mark that was put on Cain, all right, is starting to be remembered. Oh shit, it's him. It's him. It's him right there. Now he's starting to say what? The shame is too much to bear. I cannot bear this.
Too late, motherfucker.
All right, but you gonna bear. All right,
You gonna drink that cup?
Yep. I got a quick free. This is Isaiah 19:2 in the GNT. It says, Yahweh says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt and turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other and rival kings will struggle for power. I'm going to frustrate the plans of the Egyptians and destroy their morale.
Hey, that's all across the board. He covered every base. Yahweh Shai said, every base. All right, neighbor against neighbor. All right, hey.
Let's start with that morale being destroyed. That's affecting the armies.
Yeah, because who wants to go again? Who wants to? Hey, it used to be the few, the proud, the brave. Now it's the very few, the very scared, not proud, and super.
Hey, y'all.
I never thought I would have to go here. I just came here for the paycheck.
Right.
That's your soldier. That's your average American soldier.
To get a better education, to get a Hellcat, to talk to the bitches.
Yeah, they crying to go over there.
Right.
You know, being flew into, you know, that land. They're over there crying. Damn. Fuck.
Why did I do this? Why did I sign up?
I mean, you got videos and more. Definitely Jake coming out saying that. I didn't sign
War,
up for this shit.
war is not for the weak, man.
Right.
These are that's the thing. I was watching Redacted. You know, they've been preparing. Iran been preparing for this shit the last
100 years.
but it's not like America didn't know this wasn't gonna happen. But they have their soldiers preparing for that shit. You know, they've had the military really in that mindset
Shit,
the
North
whole
Korea.
time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the whole time these other countries have been in that mindset like this is gonna happen. We building up our men in our country to do this. America just been chilling, fucking around, and now you see it in the
Gen Z's and all this.
right.
Shit, yeah.
You see it in the character of the people. Man.
But it was ultimately too. Hey, this devil knows he's not gonna escape. So this is a part of his fatness.
Yeah, you have a few, you know, mighty men that for Esau's troop, but the majority of them is weak.
Yeah, it's the fatness of the earth that he's got off of this whore. All right, he's gotten to receive everything from this whore. Why? Because he said, live deliciously, live how you want. I'm gonna make substance, I'm gonna make money off of you. Hey, just keep on going and live how you want. Ultimately, we're gonna sacrifice this place anyway, right? But see, this devil sees it as his sacrifice. To an extent, he thinks he's gonna be that phoenix that rises from the ashes.
Coming up out of the bunker.
Right, coming up out of those bunkers in the whole 9 yards. You coming up out of the bunkers, but it's with force.
He think it's gonna be the fallout.
Right.
You know.
Hey, so you can once again rebuild the world in your image? Nah.
He good.
All right.
The Lord through with this play. You know. He almost fed up.
Right.
It just ain't
He's
reached that right time in prophecy for it to happen.
Right. He's ready to hear his name again. His name go throughout the whole earth. He's ready to see the praise and the glory given unto him by his people. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is ready to hear his children again. He wants to be able to look upon us. He wants us to push forth his word, his judgment. He wants the nations to be under his order, not the order or the glory of another. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai said, I will not give my glory to another. All right? This time period, this age is over.
Because all these other gods, they being, you know, worshipped more heavily than, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the true power of the world.
God.
You know?
And
so they being glorified more than, you know, the one that created everything.
Yep.
So that got to be changed.
The creature is being praised more than the creator.
Yeah.
this is Habakkuk chapter 2. It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 17. It says, for the violence of Lebanon shall cover thee, and the spoil of beasts, which made them afraid because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So just like how you destroy nature, you know, you violate the animals, the same will be done right back unto you. You know, you cut down trees, you ruin nature, you put the animals in zoos, which is their captivity. You know, it's just, you are
And we would say in Romans the 8th chapter, the creature groaneth.
Yep.
You know.
Hey, what is that? There's a movie like that Mark Wahlberg is in, where the trees are getting back. They start releasing
I know what you're talking
toxins
about.
and everything
It's
like that.
It's a horror film. It's,
You know what I'm
The
The Happening.
The Happening, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
this is what the world. Hey, the earth is tired of Esau.
Yeah, well, say, you know, in Isaiah the 14th chapter, once, you know, I'll grab it, but
You know what I mean?
once they get taken out, the trees are gonna rejoice. You know.
Which is the Isaiah 54 and 16, the roughly paraphrasing the waster created to destroy.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it, Darash Salak. I'll watch it. Don't worry.
Okay. Habakkuk 2 and 18, it says, what profiteth the graven image, that the maker thereof have graven it, the molten image, and a teacher of lies, that the maker of his work trusteth therein, to make dumb idols. So, again, what good is that you make these idols out of wood, stone, plastic, glass, or whatever? Like, what good is that going to do you?
What benefit does it have?
Exactly. And it says, 19, woe unto him that saith unto the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise, it shall teach.
Right.
Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in it, in the midst of it.
Right. Hey, there's no life in it. All right. There's no wisdom. There's no knowledge. All right.
I think it's in Wisdom of Solomon where it says these idols can't dust or dust themselves off.
Right.
You know, they can't prevent the moths from eating them.
Yep.
You know.
Hey, they can't stop an intruder from coming in with an axe.
Right.
All right. There's nothing that this false idols or this devil can do.
So they have no power. You know.
All right.
they're just actually just like a statue.
Hey, but AI is giving them life to speak.
Right.
Right. Hey, part of sorceries. All right. Hey, in this day and this time, hey, you're gonna see some false miracles. Don't forget that.
Oh yeah.
Right. They already have the billboards that look like they come up out of and walking on the street and shit like that, lines and shit like that.
That's called. It's not 4D. It's
Human
no, that's something else.
That's transhuman.
This is I got a quick.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 14 and 5. It says, I'll start at 4. It says, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased, which that king of Babylon is Trump now. You know, we fully believe that. You know, he's that cruel lord and the cruel ruler in the 19th chapter. All right, and he's the king of Babylon the Great. You know, aka America. So let's say that golden city being America.
Yeah,
okay?
he gave you an indication because he called it. He's going to build a golden dome.
Yeah.
Oh, he said Trump, yeah, golden dome. Trump Gaza when they had made that AI of that it was all gold everywhere.
Yep.
He put that statue in front of the White House.
Yep.
His shoes all gold.
His shoes all gold. Hey, everything gold figure.
Yeah, gold. This is verse 6. It says, he who smote, or it's like I'm on 5. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
Mm-hmm. Hey, this is the way Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to bring this devil down.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, gradualism always has to come to the point of being over.
Right.
Right? How long do you think gradualism is supposed to last? Forever? If it lasts forever, we would never get to the end.
And this was the point. Verse 7, it says, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come against us. So once this devil gets out of power, all right, hey, then the whole earth is going to be at rest. This is going to be that rebuilding process, because Yahweh Shai is coming with what? Healing in his wings. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when Yahweh Shai cracks the clouds and comes down, you know, that's going to start the restoration.
Yeah, eternity begins at that point.
Say it's going to be the restitution. All right, we gonna get back to how things are really supposed to smell, taste,
feel, this
feel.
shit.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be
No
subject
concrete,
to these
no
defiled
asphalt.
bodies no more. You know, the Most High is coming with healing in his wings. That, you know, is change. You know, his people physically gonna be changed. You know, back to a celestial or into a celestial being.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our physical DNA and on the molecular scale gonna be, you know, immortal.
Right.
Okay, that's that's the blessing that God gave His people of Israel.
You guys talking about how you're Jewish people?
We're not Jewish.
Well,
We're Hebrew Israelites.
The real Jew.
Yeah. So yeah, these are the real Jews. That word Jew
Yeah.
really is a slander against that was given to the tribe of Judah.
Yeah, no,
which-
I just want.
It's no problem.
I wasn't like.
No, you good. But yeah, so that go back to Judah, you know, which that's the top tribe of Israel.
Yeah.
So you see, those people in that land right now, they say that they're Jews, but what happened to the other tribes? They don't talk about
Well,
them.
yeah. They're European descendants.
Right. And they got that land through the Balfour Declaration, you know, and they pretty much, that was an extension of UK.
Right. Deceit.
So,
Well, I'm about to leave, but you already know that 1948 Israel is not the same as
correct,
Bible
correct.
Israel.
Right. And those people, they're pretty much the reason why, this war is getting on, and why America is getting involved is because those people actually have authority over America. So they drew them into, as the scriptures say, the least of the flock shall draw them out. They drew America into that war, ultimately because the Lord is going to destroy this place, Babylon the Great, America, as well as that land, Israel. But this is like the top place of who the world knows as the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, in the Bible. All right, that's who's running the world. The top elite, the banking families and stuff.
Yeah, the 13 families. You see yourself on the chart? What's your father's nationality?
I'm agnostic, so I have
No, like
I just,
what's your nationality?
I just study things. Yeah.
What's your nationality? Your father's nationality?
Like, what they?
When I was 2, but I recognized my stepdad as my real dad. He'd be Canadian, Yugoslavian.
But so the reason why we ask is because Israel been scattered throughout the whole world. So with that scattering, everybody not gonna look like this brother. You could be a so-called Mexican and look like you're white, or you could be a so-called black man and appear to be something else. So it's really the spirit. Pretty much that spirit goes back to the seed goes back to the spirit. And
where do you come in? Are you like
you have to be of the bloodline.
one of the real,
Yes,
Israelites
the
again?
12 tribes of Israel, from Judah, Benjamin, Levi,
No, I'm talking
Simeon,
to the guys
Zebulun.
that's actually,
Yeah, but I'm talking to you. So I'm talking to you because you asked a question and I was here to answer the question
I
as
didn't
well.
even ask you, I asked
Okay, but I'm talking to you. All right.
yeah,
This
you didn't
right
even
here.
answer the question.
He
We asked
slide
what
past
your
it.
nationality was. If you don't know your nationality, you can say I don't really know my.
I
my
could
father.
just say I'm American.
That's not a
That's
nationality.
not really a true nationality, because then you would be European.
I usually identify as Mexican, but I don't.
Okay. Well, then you would be the
Or
the tribe of
Hispanic.
Issachar.
Hispanic, I guess.
Yeah, you would be the tribe of Issachar,
Yeah.
and those are the so-called Mexicans today. Now, the reason why we know that this is all based off faith, but the curses that the Lord gave us cling unto us. All right. In Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the Lord set those curses as a marker and a sign upon His people that now you would come to a realization through all this hell that you catching that hey, you need to get back to righteousness.
Right.
And that starts with repentance through Yahushua, which that's the true name of the Lord, who the world calls Jesus Christ.
And the reason why I said that because I'm the one who asked you the question of your nationality.
Wait.
The nationality
You
that I
guys
asked
believe
you.
in Jesus Christ?
We don't believe in Jesus Christ. We
Okay,
believe in
okay.
the true Savior, Yahushua.
Oh,
That's His
okay.
real
All right.
name. Who the world calls Jesus Christ, that was a true person, but that's not his real name.
Right.
Yeah. But he was a real person that walked the earth, conquered death, was resurrected. Jesus glorious Christ. But well, when he was walking around, there was no J. So how could his name be Jesus?
J wasn't invented until 1624.
That's early, 1500s. So that's 1500 years, give or take, after he was born.
Yep. Right.
So what was they calling them then? Yep.
Yep. Smoking dope. And that's what the world is doing, smoking dope. Hey, they're drinking upon Babylonian juice.
But really, the Lord is getting ready to set judgment to this place here, and the only way out is to be predestined for salvation through
So who
the
is
Most High's
the
mercy.
Lord? Is it the guy that has a bull head? That
No.
guy bald?
So you have the Heavenly Father, and then you have His only begotten Son. God isn't going to come down and redeem you. But Yahushua is going to actually make an appearance, through divine means. All right, and He's going to return to this place with judgment and salvation. The only people that are going to get salvation, all right, it's going to be the elect of the tribes of the tribes of Israel. So, but there's only a small remnant that's going to see that, because the majority of Israel is wicked. All right.
Yeah.
The
I
majority
get that part.
of these people are really wicked right now.
Well, I mean, where does Baal come in? Is he the wicked part or no?
But all
Baal.
is
The guy
Yeah.
with the, you know, he has a bull head. He looks like a
a bull.
cow,
Okay, yeah.
a male cow.
But
That
all,
guy.
yeah, that's Baal.
Where does that?
He was
Is
a,
that when the wicked?
well, he was an ancient deity, but they still worship him today.
Yeah.
Your politicians and other people here, they still worshiping them.
Well-
They just did that in Israel.
Was that an
The Plan
original
War.
person, like in the
So
beginning, or no?
he's a false
Came
idol.
later.
He's a false idol. He was like during times of Egypt, and then moving on forward. Those were like
He was a Canaanite.
yeah.
Canaanite pagan god.
yeah.
Right? Deity.
Yeah,
So that's a false idol. That's who those people worshipped him.
And that's what they recently did in Israel. They said that they burned Baal and declared war. Right? There was a article on it, and that's shortly thereafter they went ahead and bombed Iran.
And so that was
It was a sacrifice.
a sacrifice, but it was a ritual.
Yeah, God, that's the word.
Because like the powers that be, they do rituals and enchantments. They have this whole world enchanted, like down to like the shit that we walk on. Like this city, they do stuff called ley lines. So what a ley line is like how they place cities and stuff is really on a bigger grid of the world, but it's one big like
Map.
it's a map, but it's like a power zone of wickedness.
Yeah, like
So it's like
Circuit
when they
board.
draw like a pentagram,
yeah.
you know, and how they do the circles and shit like that. They go inside and then they do they rituals. They do their enchantments. I don't really know too much about that, but it's the same thing with the placement of cities, where how they just like if you go into a casino, they have it set up so when you walk around a casino, it kind of entraps you in there. So when
Percy Jackson.
yeah, so it kind of like you get stuck walking in this circle to spend more money and stuff.
Yeah. Walking in
So they use that same, just like the signs. Why every sign is like red and yellow, like Denny's red and yellow.
McDonald's.
The green. Hey shit, Starbucks is a false idol.
Right.
That goes back to some Greek guy, you know. So they use all these things to play on your minds, but it's like that's part of the enchantments of holding the people down to a low frequency, and not ultimately what it comes down to. They kept you from knowing who you are, because once we get our power back and our identity and start following the ways of righteousness, they ain't gonna be able to stop it. We're waiting for our salvation to come through Yahweh Shai. He's gonna bring that, but we need to get that connection back first.
Right.
You do that through finding the truth in the scriptures. You do that by following and hearing the word.
In the way of Yahweh Hashem Shai. The only way, and the only way to receive salvation is you have to be a part of the nation, of the 12
Alright.
tribes of Israel.
Here's the
If you're-
problem is you're holding the Holy Bible.
Yeah.
You only go by the Old Testament, right?
No,
No.
we go by New and Old Testament.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the 1611 Bible.
So
as-
you guys actually believe in hell? Because as far as I knew, Jews
This is hell.
don't believe in hell.
This is
Right.
hell.
So
We're in
yeah.
hell right now.
This is our hell right now. We're in hell. The hell is a condition, all right, that it was laid forth. If you are in a downtrodden state and you can't afford to eat, you can't afford to take care of yourself, is that not hell?
Yeah.
So hell is therefore a condition, not someplace under the ground
Yeah.
that the devil has, that the Christians have taught you there's a devil in the pitchfork. It is a condition that we are laid in. Now, hell is the earth, your body being laid in the earth, that's real, right? We can
Yeah.
say that that's real, right?
Yeah.
But there's no other condition that permits that. When you pass, your soul, your spirit goes unto the Heavenly Father.
Come.
Right? And the scriptures support that.
Right. So really, hell in the Bible, well, in the Old Testament specifically, when you see the word hell, it goes into the Hebrew word is Sheol, and it's just talking about the grave.
The grave pit.
Yeah.
I can't remember that, Dad. I can't remember the three definite. Grave pit, and there's like one more.
Yeah. So
But that's the Old Testament. But yeah.
Yeah. In the New Testament, you know, hell is, you know, that
means
word
eternal.
they liken it to Hades, which that's mythology. When it goes into like, it's still, that's like the translation, because when things get translated, sometimes the words is a little bit different, you know. But when hell is just being an undesirable condition or in the grave when it's speaking about it. But this is Isaiah 14:9. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings and nations. And that's speaking about, you know, the current rulers and everything right now. You know, they gonna go down ultimately, you know, into that grave. All right, they're gonna ultimately be put out of power. They're gonna get, you know, they gonna die within, you know, this lifetime. You know, and unless they go into those bunkers, you know, which they're gonna be their fallout stations from avoiding the missiles that are coming to hit this place. You know.
And like he said, like hell, like you said, a grave, pit, and what else did you say?
There's a third definition.
Well,
I can't remember. Grave, pit, and something else. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give you a precept here. Matthew 10:28, and it says, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." And when you go into, I'm using the blue letter, but when you go into that word, hell, the usage is, like I said, the grave or the pit was originally a valley of Hinnom, south of Jerusalem, where they buried their filth and the dead animals of the city, where they were cast out and burnt.
They burnt.
Yeah, and it's also a fit symbol of the wicked and their future destruction. And their future destruction is captivity. Because as the scriptures say in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, verse 10, it says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity." So those that put us in this lowly condition, when we get our power back and our rulership back, we're gonna do to them what they did to us, but double. We're gonna put them in subjection. So they're gonna know exactly what it feels like to be in that lowest state.
In a righteous recompense.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, but wouldn't that be actually kind of being the purpose, punishing people now?
What was that?
I mean, isn't that what you're just saying now? We're gonna like punish them now?
Well, right now we can't do nothing to them because
but that's what you just said. That we're gonna punish them now, right?
No, not now.
In the kingdom.
In the kingdom to come, that's soon to come, but not right now.
Yeah, in the kingdom, pretty much we're gonna go into a role reversal.
Yep.
You know, really, you know, you a slave right now. You employed, right? If you had a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. You employed. That employment is pretty much slavery.
Yep.
It's just they give you the delusion that you know that you're free.
Right.
Yeah, but that's capitalism, so that's another thing. And
but it's the same.
you know,
Right.
You still gotta.
Lock up, wake up,
Right.
clock in, clock out.
If you don't do that, then
Fire.
you know, shit, life's gonna get rough.
Right.
And
Hey,
even then, your birth certificate, then you signed your life away to this government.
Hey, slaves have that condition too, right? Back in slavery, if you didn't do what the master said, what happened? You got beat, right? Ultimately, if you didn't get beat and you chose not to do it, you want to be a runaway or whatever, what did they do? They take your very life.
Yeah, this is just like a softer new age. You know, they made it look more glamorous and, you know,
It went
and
from
it was essentially so everybody could be enslaved.
yeah, it was,
Right? The Emancipation Proclamation
Yeah.
that Lincoln did was for everybody to be enslaved, not to free the slaves,
They
just
said-
to make everybody a slave.
They said we could make
It
so
was-
much money off of these people, we could just do it to the whole world.
yeah. They basically went from a physical private slavery to a big mental corporation
Yeah,
slavery.
corporate.
Yeah.
Let me pull this. This is a book of Ecclesiastes. It's like Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 7, and it reads, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, who gave it."
So
All right.
the dust being your body, and the spirit, your spirit goes back to the Heavenly Father who gave it. So
Right. So that once again proving that there is no hell. Right? So there can't be a hell if the spirit returns unto the Father. How could there be a devil and a pitchfork under the ground claiming to our souls are going to burn for an eternity?
Wait. The only thing now, you know, I know some stuff, but I've never read the Bible. I just know little bits and
Yeah.
pieces. So, but the devil is at least mentioned in the Old Testament. Yes or no?
Yes, but the devil is the so-called white man that the Bible speaks of. Right? The devil goes back to Esau, Edom. Right?
So I don't know if devil is actually in the Old Testament. The word itself, devil.
Well, devil, Satan, Lucifer
Satan.
is.
Satan is
That's a different. I can educate you on that if I need to, but that's
He
a
was
different
saying.
story.
So, to my understand, what you were saying is, does the Bible speak of the devil?
Yes.
Right? Not the actual word devil, but the devil. Right?
Well, devil, Satan,
Satan.
so
fallen angel.
So
Okay.
those all is
Lucifer
kinda
is. We won't discuss that one yet.
I mean they kind of in conjunction of explaining each other though. So devil itself just it goes into the adversary.
Mhm.
The adversary of Israel is Esau Edom. Okay, Esau Edom today is a so-called white man. All right, he's the wicked of the Bible. That's the adversary of the righteous. Okay, that's the devil. That's the physical counterpart of Satan. Satan is an angel, but he does the left-hand work of God.
Yeah.
So he takes orders from God when he needs to do, when God needs him to do something for him. All right, and then he plays that out. The physical counterpart being the actual man of the wicked, he's doing like what Satan wants him to do. He asks Satan for permission to do what he does, and Satan has to go back to God and ask if they could do it.
Right.
That's like their chain of commandment.
and
Order.
It's John 8 and 44. It tells you that the devil, all right, ye your father the devil, right? The devil is talking about the Satan, and the devil being the counterpart, Esau, Edom, on earth, to perform and to push out his way, and to push out his way, to push after the way that of wickedness instead of the way of righteousness.
yeah, I got a precept to back you up. This is the book of Job. It's gonna be chapter 2. Oh, you had it?
No, you got it. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, this is Job chapter 2, verse 1, and it says, "Again, there was a day when the sons of the power came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before Yahweh."
Yeah, look this brother. You got it.
Yeah. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai had his sons, which is Satan, the counterpart, the devil, being Esau, Edom, all right, to present himself, but the spiritual aspect of the devil, which is Satan, the energy, the Cain, right? That same spirit, angel, that same spirit is here on the earth. That same spirit is here on the earth, deceiving the people, helping the people become more defiled, more deluded, stay farther away from God, because this is ultimately his part. Satan is a son of the Most High on the left-hand side, doing his work, doing his bidding on the left-hand side. As Job was tried, right? You remember the story about Job?
Yeah, actually, I mean, how does that story go?
So Job was tried. Job is tried. He was found amongst men to be the greatest servant,
Yeah, okay.
right? And the Most High Yahweh told Satan, this is what this story goes into, to test myself. Go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 2. And it says, And Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence comest thou? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it.
Right, going to and from the earth, traveling back and forth, putting spirits out, manipulating, giving place so that judgment can be found. Go ahead.
Verse 3, And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man?
So have you considered my servant Job, a perfect and upright man? Job was righteous in the eyes of the Lord still. Have you considered my servant? There is none like him. Go ahead and continue.
It says, One that feareth the power, and escheweth evil.
So he had fear of the Most High. He knew what to do and what not to do, what was acceptable for the Lord.